Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Well, goddamn, we already got a follow, and we haven't even really started. Haas 00312 underscore. Thank you for the follow. Haven't even gotten to my next intro song yet. Already got a follow. It's pretty gnarly. You can see my head turning in the reflection. Alrighty, so today we are flying out of Jackson Hole in the Turbo Aero 4. The Just Flight Turbo Aero 4. Hold on, let me turn this camera spinning speed down, because otherwise it's ridiculous. Little sunrise VFR flight from Jackson Hole to COD Field, which is Yellowstone Regional Airport, actually. So we're going to be flying from Jackson Hole, which is beautiful in and of itself, over to Yellowstone. So, this VFR flight, I'm going to be using SkyVector to help us get there, and of course I'm going to put it in the GPS as well. We're using the Turbo Aero because I want some power so we can get above the mountains here, because a little bit mountainous here. In fact, to be 500 feet clear of the terrain, we're going to have to be no lower than 12,700 feet for the whole route. Just to make it simple. So to make it simple, we're going to go at 13,000, which will give us a little extra buffer. And this route, if we just do VFR direct, does actually take us right through a valley, so we'll never actually be below, so it'll be fine. There is one spot, though, where we're going to go over a peak that's 11,200 feet high. So it'll be interesting. Should be fun. I decided to just do a quick little VFR flight this morning because honestly I want to play some World of Tanks, but I needed to get a flight stream out there too. Bowdy yesterday saw this last night after stream, didn't pop up in my feed during the time. Gotcha. Leave an appointment, make your way to Kings Island. Very nice, very nice. Slam in those rides, man. It'll be a good day for the water park too. Do some water rides. It's gonna be hotter than balls again.
Terrain. Pull up.
That's gonna be what we need today as we're flying around. So, we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna get it a little more up to date than this, just so we have the GPS to follow along with, because I don't know the area that well. Hell, I guess we could do it this way and just try and figure it out. How many waypoints do I have, or is it just mountain peaks? This is gonna be kind of tough if I'm just navigating via mountain peaks. You know what? We're not going to use a GPS at all. We can do it just with nav radios. I have faith, because there's a VOR we can use that'll get us kind of close, and then we can use looking outside. So we'll make this like a real VFR flight. Screw the GPS. Alright, so let's go over to our setup over here. It says the chocks are in and the tie downs are on, which is good. Let's get rid of our yoke here for a second. Parking brake is set. That is good. We can get rid of the tie downs. Oh, that's just so you can get rid of the yokes if you want. I was like, what is that about? Auto fuel selector? No. We gotta do this. State saving, off, HSI. No, we don't need an HSI. Well, you know what? It's a Turbo Aero. It should be an HSI. Cool. Got an HSI. Alrighty, we're gonna remove those chocks because we don't really need them right now. And, ooh, you know what we need to do before we get moving? I need to make sure I have the control set up right because I was last flying a fixed single engine fixed plane, so we need to switch that over to a single engine complex. There we go, constant speed. So that needs to be moved over to there for the mixture, and I need a prop knob. Alright, prop knob. There we go. So we got throttle, prop, mixture. That's all good. I should probably get my rudder pedals ready, otherwise that's going to be some problems. You forgot your trunks. Just go in with what you have. Hopefully it's hopefully you're wearing like gym shorts. Actually, gym shorts are super nice for amusement parks because you know how it is. It's always hotter than balls. Hold on a second though. Gotta disappear.
All the choices you made, did you make them up?
Alright. Let's make sure everything is good. I always check the rudders because these rudders have been acting kind of ornery lately. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's do this. I love how there's a flashlight on right now, even though it's totally unnecessary. Alright, so battery master on, alternator master on. Nav lights on. Anti-collision light on. Or wait, is that... When it says anti-collision, is that... That's strobes. Is there not a beacon? There's no beacon on this one. That's interesting. Let's get rid of the music for now. Oh, also we should turn flight sim sounds back on. Anti-collision on for the engine start. Let's go mixture full rich, prop full forward. Throttle we're gonna do just open just a little bit. Why is the gear light flashing? I hope it doesn't do that the whole flight. It's gonna be kind of annoying. And tough to look all the way down at the fuel selector, apparently. Fuel selector will go to left tank. And let's turn the fuel pump on for start. And you're going to see this move. It's because I'm using the one on my yoke. Huh. Let's try that again. There we go. Turn that fuel pump off. Bring the power back to 1000 RPM if we can. One thing I do wish is that these didn't zero out the hours and that they just picked like a random number of hours to be at. That'd be kind of cool. Although I guess it's cool because it'll show you how many hours you've flown in the plane. Standby 1200's ready to go. This will be kind of nice because it's just gonna, the only thing it's gonna give us is distance, which that's cool. So route from to, so we're gonna do route. Oh. Route set, route go to. Nav. There we go. This is confusing. Route from to. Waypoints, there we go. How about go to time CL1? How about... No? You're not gonna let me put anything in here? Well, this is confusing! Alright, you know what? That's cool. Turn it off, turn it on. No, you too, honey. Let's see. Come on. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna truly ignore the GPS altogether. That's fine. How do I turn off the flashlight? Which switch do I have it set to? There we go. Flashlight's off. Do we have like a fake checklist in here? That'd be cool. No? Nothing? Alright. So much for that idea. Let's go ahead. Let's switch this over to live weather instead of just clear skies, see what our live weather looks like. Few clouds out there, mostly clear though, that's fine. Let's go check our field elevation so we at least have somewhat close altimeter setting here. So Jackson Hole's 6451 is what we should be seeing. We're at 63 there. So that's saying current altimeter is about 3010. Current weather report shows it as 3018. It's whatever, as long as it's actually showing us the proper altitude, that's all we care about. So I guess that's what it's going with for the live weather here. Alrighty. Which, maybe I can actually get the ATIS to work. 126.25. $120.625, and let's listen to COM 2. Might have the ATIS voice disabled. There we go, we can just look on here. Wind calm, visibility is 10, sky condition clear, temperature 2. Chilly, 2.10. Altimeter 3018. That's interesting. That's showing... That agrees with the actual report, but I don't think it really agrees. Oh, the altimeter adjusted. Hey, look at that. Cool. Well, it's working the way it should. Excellent. So we'll use that for our weather. Maybe I can turn the ATC voice back on somewhat easily real quick. Let's do that, just because I'm not using... I'm not going to use VATSIM or anything this time. Let's see, user experience, ATC voices are on, it says. Why wasn't it playing them then? General, probably have it turned off in sound. Yep. ATC text.
Jackson Airport information golf.
There we go.
0 Zulu. Windcom. Visibility 10.
All right, let's get taxiing out. We're taking too long on the ground.
Temperature 2.10. Altimeter tree
Clear
0
left,
decimal
clear
18.
right. We're gonna take off to the
Violet
north.
Yankee runway 19er in use. Landing and departing runway 19er.
Jackson Ground, Piper Golf,
Jackson Airport
Bravo
information
Oscar Golf,
golf,
migrating
1300
to taxi
Zulu.
departure to the south of Gulf.
Piper Golf. Bravo Oscar Golf Mike taxi to and hold.
Oh, this is why I disable this crap.
Contact tower on 118.075 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 19er, using taxiway Alpha Piper
And this is
Oscar
when you
Golf Mike.
set a different radio frequency so you don't have to hear them. Clear left, clear right. Jackson Hole traffic. Why is it supposed to be a November tail number? Oh, screw it. Jackson Hole traffic, Golf, Bravo, Oscar, Golf, Mike taxiing to runway 1 via Alpha. Jackson Hole traffic will be departing to the north. East. Alright. So let's get holding short of Alpha here. We'll do our run up. Alright, we're chilling here. Let's set that parking brake. And let's do our run up. So, flight controls, free and correct. Looks good. I'm gonna keep the head tipped down here, so I'm gonna pause my track IR. And we're gonna bring it up to 1800 RPM. Still need to work on the throttle response for this, I see. There's a little more of an excuse with this plane, though, because it is turbocharged. Alright, let's do the mag check over the left. Drop of about 100, that's fine. Back to both. Over to the right. Drop of 100 as well, looks good. Back to both. Do our prop check. So you should see the RPM drop and then come back up. Yeah, see, it reacts really slowly. This is one thing. This has got to be a sim limitation. Now, that's something else I should do, is find best power. Alright, let's push it up and find best power. Alright, there we go, we got best power. Alright, that said, our suction was pretty good way up there. Yeah, this takes forever to calm down. It's the only part of this that's perhaps not the most realistic, is that RPM should really be reacting a little bit quicker. Sorry, I just needed to turn my sound up a bit more. Other than that, let's go fuel pump on low. Don't need it on high. Lights on, lights, camera, and we're about to have some action. Clear left, clear right. Oh, real quick, let's get that VOR in there. It's 117.2. So let's go ahead and switch this panel over to make my life a little easier here. 117.2. Make sure that volume is turned up good. We're on DME nav 1, which is good. And once we're in the air and I actually can see the panel a bit better because of the sun, then we'll actually program this up. But for now, runway heading is going to be 001, and then it's going to be a right turn to inbound course of approximately 041 is what we're looking for to kind of get headed towards the VOR. Visually, what we're going to be looking for is we've got a peak off to our northwest here that we're going to basically, if we were to be in line with that, that's directly what we'd want to fly over, but it's at 7,688 feet, so it's going to be kind of hard to do that right away. And then the ranch should stay, there should be a ranch off to our left and a ranch off to our right that's next to a little lake. So that peak right there, if we were to take off and fly directly over that way, then that'd be the right direction. So it's kind of what we're going to try and use as our reference if we can. Honestly, it's probably too tall for us to do it that quickly, but such is life. I am going to use some of the switches on my panel here, but I'll try and do things in here as much as possible. Clear left, clear right. Jackson hold traffic. Arrow, Golf, Bravo, Oscar, Golf, Mike, departing runway 1 to the northeast. Jackson hold traffic. Alright, line up. We're going to set a pressure of 30 manifold pressure for takeoff. I don't want to go higher than that. Probably blow something up if I do. 30 is a lot, to be honest. It's basically producing sea level pressure. That's what we want. Power set. And 65 knots. Rotate nice and easy. Wondering if my trim is working. It certainly doesn't feel like it. Gear up. That's working, it's just slow.
Salt Lake Center Piper Golf. Bravo Oscar Golf Mike is type Piper Arrow 1 miles north of
Oh
Jackson.
lord, it's auto-tuning my VORs for me. Or my radios. Where is this nonsense in here?
Bravo Oscar Golf Mike, Salt Lake Center.
No.
Block 0404.
Alright, let's bring it back to 25 squared. So we need to go that way. Obviously we're not above that hill yet though, so... This feels like it's not climbing as quickly as it should. Alright, we're starting to clear it now, so we'll start a nice lazy turn. Looks like we're picking it up now. And we're going to go up to 13,000 feet. As we climb, we're going to have to keep adding a little bit of power. I wish there was a way to make that stop flashing. It's real annoying. Alright, what do we got down here? We've got a heading, we've got an autopilot. Doesn't look like we really have a altitude at all. What's that one? Electric pitch trim. Oh, that's turned on already. Oops. Alright, here you go. Turbo arrow flying along. I need a little more right rudder. There we go. Why does it show me not being here? The camera froze. I've been sitting here the whole time. What is it doing? What is it doing? It shows me not being here. That's not creepy or anything. It's hilarious. There we go. Hi. That's funny. All right, let's take a look-see at our charts here, see where we should be. We should see a river pretty far off to our left, and then as we start to come over these hills, we should see a lake off to our right, so... Oh wow, there's still snow cover out here? I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that. Although with the temperature, it may have had more snow fall. That's a big-ass lake. I don't think that's the lake I should be seeing out there. I might be a little too far north here. Pause that for a second. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm a little too close to that, I think. I'm kind of on this edge, so I need to go a little further to the right. There's this river that came out of the airport. Let's look around, kind of get a better idea. I think I may have passed like right over the lake I wanted to be south of. Or it's not depicted. Because I am just north of those hills. Oh, it is just a river. Okay, no, I'm about where I want to be. I might be a little too far north, but we're not doing bad. Alright, there's a peak that this should be taking me almost directly over, if I remember correctly, near here. Ah, it doesn't have any of them marked. Should be a big peak off to our right. It'll be that one, probably. Add a little more power. Second I added that power, it just wants to climb. Coming up on 10,000 feet, so 2,000 to go. Alright, looks like we're getting a little close to being back on track with where we wanted to be. We don't need that aux fuel pump on anymore. We can turn off the landing light as well. It doesn't want to turn off because I have that switch on. There we go. Now it'll turn off. Alright, so we're getting a little further along now. I see that small lake with the river behind it, so yeah, it looks like we're definitely more of where we need to be now, and you can see we're about on route with the VOR. One VOR radial we're using as well. This would be so cool to do in real life. It'd be so pretty. Let's take a step outside again. A little T-tail action in the Turbo Aero 4. And we got under 1,000 to go. Oh wait, no, we're going up to 13, that's right. Silly me, not 12. 12 won't be high enough. I tried to mute it and failed. How we doing on power? Need to add more power. Let's keep climbing, gotta keep opening that throttle up to maintain that power. That's funny, I can't even lean it properly. It leans too far actually. Sorry, I'm about to be immersion braking here for a second. Because I feel like HDR isn't on. And that's unacceptable. Because... Oh, it's on. Okay. Never mind. Proceed. Alright, now we're within 1,000 feet. Do we have a DME box? That'd actually be pretty useful if we did. Yes, we do. Sorry, I'm gonna have to, do that, click the reset, because I was actually repositioning where I was sitting. Make it more comfortable. Alright, here we are arriving at 13,000 feet. We're gonna let the nose slowly come down. Start accelerating. Welcome to the Grand Tetons. Need to put that nose down more. We're still climbing. So I need to set a certain horizon level. That's what I'm working on doing here. I feel like I'm a little too tall. There we go. Alright, let's bring that power back to about 23 squared for cruise. Alright, let's go autopilot on, heading on. And the magical altitude hold mode that's not seen there. Alrighty, there we go, flying around. Flying along. Kind of wish these weren't there. Kind of messes with the visual. So that big old lake's way behind us now, which is approximately what we want to see, because I believe we just passed the VOR. We did. So we should see that pretty much, yeah, right where it is on the wing. Our next big waypoint that we'd be able to see as we pass the VOR would have been a lodge down off to our right, which that's going to be hard to see from this seat, I think. It's next to a river, so that's the river. Let's go step outside and see if we can find it. Well, that's a road. It looks like it's... yeah, it's off the road, which is next to a river. Cool, so there's the river. The lodge. Here's another crossroad, so looking at that... the lodge should be right about there. It's kind of hard to tell just because how high and far away we are. But this does look like a valley on the map where we currently are. It's very clearly flying over a valley right now. There's a river down there too. And then we're going to start hitting the actual Teton Wilderness area. So these are actually... this is getting into the Grand Teton Wilderness area here. So this first peak, which we're going to be flying over, or pretty dang close to, let's see, is it kind of on its lonesome? No, it's not. There's one peak that should be kind of all alone, according to this. Yeah, I guess this is. Yeah. So this one's kind of all alone. Whoops. Where'd my cursor go? There it is. So this peak's kind of all alone. You can see there's a valley here. So we're actually a little bit south of where we want to be. This is telling me we should be over here a little more. But that's still pretty dang close to where we want to be. And it's partially because I haven't reset my heading since we passed that VOR. So let's bring it back to the left a little bit. As far as the VOR itself is concerned, looks like our radial should be pretty dang close to the 040 degree radial still. So let's set that in. And you can see it indeed says, hey, that's off to your left. So that's... this is a realistic way to do some VFR out here, is use something to help you out and make sure you know where you're going. You don't want to just completely wing it when you have resources available to you to do it otherwise. Now, if you become familiar enough with the area and you remember what all these mountains look like, yeah, sure, you could probably make this flight without even having to try using extra help. Does this come with cruise info? No? I'm going to have to look it up. Now, let's see what our calibrated airspeed is first. So our pressure altitude up here, it's about 13,000 feet. What's the air temperature? Air temperature is about -2. So -2 is going to be just right there, so we need to just put the 13 on top of that. So there's 13. So our true airspeed's about 148. So this should be showing a ground speed fairly comparable to that. $154. Okay. Yep, it's pretty dang close. And let's go ahead and turn on that boost pump and switch over to the right tank. It's been climbed all the way up on the left tank. Might as well switch it over here. And we will start a timer. To remind us to change it every 30 minutes. So here you go, getting some mountain wave action, some turbulence over the mountains. That is to be expected as we fly over these mountains. Wow, look at this, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna get my face off the screen so you can just watch this. Now I do apologize, since I am running in HDR, I believe it doesn't look quite as good on the stream if I remember correctly. Let me go actually pull this up on my phone and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a little washed out. So apologies for that, but... a little bit of immersion breaking real quick. Let me turn off HDR and we'll see what it looks like. I mean, it'll still look pretty for me, so... But it looks way better for you guys now. It's kind of weird how changing that setting does that. I'm gonna see the difference on stream as I did it. Oh yeah, that instantly looks better. Just for giggles, though, I'm going to see the difference real quick here, right here over this bit of land here. Let's go back to HDR, enable. Makes it washed out and gray for you guys, but it looks really good for me. I'm going to need to see if there's a way I can make that color work properly for the stream so I can run it in HDR and have you guys still be able to see it without an issue. Alright, so we kind of just passed a valley with a river in it in between two rather large sets of mountains. I see us, oh yeah, right there on the map. Actually, do I have display capture ready to go? I think I do. So you can see what I'm doing here. So we just went through a valley between two sets of mountains, and you can kind of see the shape. If you look outside, you can see it kind of is like a wave here, right? And these are some pretty big mountains with some pretty steep incline changes. And they're not that far below us. Look how close this one is to us. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Look at the snow. Welcome to the Grand Tetons. They are beautiful. But as you can see, got kind of that wave. Some really big mountains with really big changes, so we are right where we want to be, and that big peak is right off to our right. We're right where we want to be. This is going perfectly. Come back inside, make sure all's good. We're at 13,000 still. Yep, that looks good. All looking good. How's our temperature? You know what? Let's turn on that pitot heat. And it's direct injected, so we don't need to worry about carb heat. Probably should have the air on a little bit. I don't know which one's heat and which one's air. You know what? Up here, you probably don't even need the fan. You're hauling through this air, you're not going to need the fan running. What is this blinky light? Auto extension off. I'm gonna have to... We're gonna look this up as we're flying along right now. Let's see if we can get rid of that. That's annoying. Let's see... Just flight, arrow, auto, extension off, light. Oh, you know what? It's probably right in the iPad. Look at that. True airspeed 142. I was pretty close, I'm gonna guess. I would have thought it would have been in here so I can get rid of it, but apparently not. Oh yeah, supplemental oxygen. I should probably put that on at 13,000 feet. Where is that? Oh, my guy doesn't pass out. There it is. Let's do this real quick. Oop, not what I wanted. Alright, we're using supplemental oxygen now. And check it out, we're in the back seat. We're getting chauffeured. That's a big peak right there. Let's take a look at our map, see if we can find that. Let's see, there was the wavy bit, and then there was that bit. There should be a little couple fingerlings coming in. And then we're going to be over a big old valley. This is a quick flight, actually. Let's go back up to the front seat here. Yep, there's the big old valley. We're pretty much just following that valley right in, and we'll be in between the two mountain ranges. Oh, wow, look at that. Do those mountains actually look like... Okay, we're turning towards that. I want to see if that's, like, actually showing, like, some stratolines that you can actually see. Or if that's just some goofy effect that's happening in the simulator right now. Don't need to go that far east. About 060 is fine. Oh, okay. Where's the, Override engaged, auto extend off, so... To release override, pull lever full up and release. To engage override, pull lever full up and lock down. Oh, that's confusing. I don't want... This is seeming like emergency gear lever, located between the two front seats, can also be used to override the automatic gear extension. The lever has 3 positions. Up, automatic system is overridden, and it flashes at us. Mid, it's enabled. Down, for emergency. Oh, okay. So, we should be able to go to mid, and it should shut it up. Cool. Nifty. I didn't know that was a thing on these planes. Yeah, so we're going over here to check out these mountains in the strata. It looks like we're below the peaks, though, so I think I need to reset my altimeter here. So let's pull up COD AWAS is 13575. I might be out of range of it. No, there's definitely some strata there. That's cool. Well, I believe we're out of range of the AWAS at Cody. It's pretty clear we're below it, so let's just do the smart thing, which is turn off the autopilot and climb up on our own. So let's go prop. Manifold. I'm going to turn that down a little bit under the assumption that we're lower than we thought, so we can climb up a couple hundred feet here. Yeah, because we were barely going to clear the tops of those, and those are at 12,319, so I bet the altimeter's changed drastically. It's a pretty prominent ridge line, though. Alright, there we go. There's 13 again. Let's put our nose down. Accelerate again. Let's go autopilot back on. Altitude hold on. It's going to be at 13.1, but that's fine. Bring the power back 25-23. Alright, so let's take a look at our maps here again so we can actually take a look and figure this out. This ridge, it's pretty prominent. It says it should be 12,319, so I should be like 1,000 feet over this, and it did not look like I was going to be, so I'm pretty sure that our altimeter changed quite a bit. Apparently I need to check this every time to make sure it's not trying to mess with me. Let's see. Yeah, 13575 is not picking up. Oh, it's 13507, that's why. There we go. We're gonna end up going that way. This is cool. 3014 is the meter setting now. Huh. Wonder why it was trying to put me into this. Alright, let's turn back off towards the valley. Let's listen to what the wind is so we know which runway to use to. 018 at 10, so we're going to be landing to the northeast. Which is pretty much, we're going to be coming in almost straight in. Perfect and ready to go for it. We have quite a bit of altitude to lose. It's going to be all the way down at 5,100 feet for this airport. So, not a big deal in a prop plane. You can pretty much stay up high in a prop plane until the last second. They drop like a rock when you need them to. This is cool. See, flying around the mountains is interesting because it's pretty. It's different. Alright, so we're going to follow this valley out. There's actually going to be a river below us that we can follow. And then we're going to have a big old reservoir off to our left that has a hill. Actually, that's right there. So that's the Buffalo Bill Reservoir. Hold on. Let me bring this up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. Teach you some pilotage. Visual sources, display capture. Alright, so right out there, like I said, we were just flying over these mountains here, okay? And we were cutting back to this big old valley, which you can see off to our left. So we're getting back over the valley. Normally you could say, alright, I'm just going to fly in the middle of the valley and follow this river until I run into seeing that reservoir, which that reservoir is right there. You can see the shape matches, and you can see there's a little bit of terrain here, and you can see that little bit of terrain out there. So that is the reservoir. The airport is just basically east-northeast of that. So the airport is going to be right about... Just trying to make sure I get this right. Probably right about over here. Be easier to see once we get closer, of course. Well, that's all you gotta do. It's pretty wicked simple, honestly. There's the runway, actually, so yep, there's the airport. Looks like we're getting some clouds building up here. Of course, we are high on glide right now, which that's fine. We're staying up. We're trying to save some fuel. It's all about getting there quickly and saving fuel, and then we'll be able to... But what we're actually going to do, let's see, does it specify traffic? It does not, so we'll fly over, and then we'll fly over at least 1,000 foot above pattern altitude. So pattern altitude's going to be 6,100 feet. We could just be 500 above, honestly. So we'll cross it at 6,600 feet, and we'll do a big looping turn to join left traffic and land, because you're not supposed to just come straight in. I mean, you could, but it's kind of frowned upon. VFR. Although I could just say I'm shooting an approach. Are there any approaches into here? Sky Vector? Throw me a bone, Sky Vector? So this is COD. I'm sure there is an ILS to this runway, probably. Nope, just an RNAV to 4, or there's a VOR Alpha. So we'll just join the VFR pattern. I'm surprised it's not right traffic. Based on there being that town off to the left. Yeah, that's really surprising, actually. But whatever. Alright, let's go autopilot off. And we can start a lazy descent. There's that reservoir. It says there should be a power plant over here. Yeah, that's a power plant right there. Oop, we're loading the detail now. The detail should have already been loaded. Don't I have it set up all the way? Sorry, immersion braking, I know. Yeah, those are set up all the way. It's probably just because of the altitude I'm at. Alright, to help start the descent, we can just pull the power a little bit here. And that nose should droop on its own to maintain that airspeed. You know what? I could still have the autopilot hold my heading for me. I was about to say it's also trying to hold altitude, which I don't want it to do. Okay. Since I can't even really see this button that doesn't exist on whether or not it's on or off, we're gonna just hand fly it. And let's bring the mixture back in a little bit here. We're going to bring that prop... Well, the prop doesn't need to come forward. Just kidding. Never mind. It can stay back, and we're actually going to pull the power back here. There you go. What you're going to see happen if I just let this go is the airspeed's going to pick up, the nose is going to come up a little bit, and then once the airspeed bleeds down, the nose is going to drop back down a little bit, and it's just going to kind of oscillate its way on down. Or I can try and sit here and trim it for whatever speed I want. At this point, traffic call will go something like this. Yellowstone Regional Traffic, Aero Golf Bravo Oscar Golf Mike, that is a mouthful. We're about 4 to the south at 1,000 feet, descending to join left pattern for runway 4. Yellowstone Regional Traffic. And we're coming down below 10. We can turn that oxygen cylinder back off. How much oxygen did we use? Well, that's cool. Not a whole lot. Thing lasts a long time. Works real good. Lasts a long time. And let's just get our before landings over with now. Boost pumps on. Full tank is selected. Mixture I'm leaving at best power. Prop full forward. Gear staying up for now because we're still going pretty quick here. I'm secure, you're secure. Before landing checklist is not quite done. Notice I didn't say it's complete. It's not. Let's just pull the power out all the way here. Alright, let's start that turn back around to the left to join the downwind. This will actually help us lose altitude pretty quickly here. You can see that rate of descent's really picked up. Our airspeed's also picked up, but it's fine. I believe that's 1,000. 6,500, right? 6,100 was pattern altitude. Alright, there's the airport. We're kind of on a 45 to the downwind. It's just going to be a pretty short downwind. Let's go gear down. Trim, 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 trim. That trim is running stupid slow. Turning downwind. Let's go first notch flaps. Second notch flaps. Bring in a little power. Let's just go 20 inches manifold. Should be all we need for now. Actually, let's bring it back to 18. That's still accelerating. 15. There we go. There we go. Now it's looking more normal. 75 knots. Looking good. Let's go ahead and turn base. Yellowstone Regional Traffic. Arrow. Golf Bravo. Oscar. Golf Mike. Base runway 4. Yellowstone Regional Traffic. This thing is dropping like a rock still. What the heck? It's that high altitude. Yep, a little bit low. And full flaps are in and ready to go. Apparently I need to work on trim. It is windy down here, friends. Whoa, 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 no, no, no. No, no, no. And power to idle. Hold the nose off, locking that, and there we go. It was not the best ever. Got a real good crosswind. I think I still have the nose wheel off the ground. Nah, no I don't. Alright, let's bring it to a stop here. Well, not to a stop, but let's pull off the runway here. It's a bit excessive game. Still need some work on the throttle response in this game. That kind of looks like an FBO. Let's go over there. Clear left. Clear right. Flaps are up. Fuel pumps off. Heater heat's off. Ooh, I never turned the landing light back on. Oops. Landing light on for taxi. And that should be set to back all the way up for takeoff. And there you go. There's a flight from Jackson Hole over to Yellowstone Regional Airport over the Grand Tetons. Little VFR flight. That was a good time. It was beautiful, too. This guy actually looks like he's gonna kind of marshal. Yeah, he is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming that's supposed to be stopped there, considering the plane just stopped me. I didn't know marshals actually worked in this game, not gonna lie. Alright, parking brake is set. Let's bring that throttle up to 1,000. Make sure it'll cut off. They even have that little noise, right? That's funny. Magneto's off. Lights all off. Avionics off. And battery master, alternator master off. There you go. There's your flight. Let's take a step outside, shall we? I guess to do this properly, it would actually be I need to stop that. I need to go to showcase. That didn't really work the way I imagined it would, though. And oh wow, that drone rotation speed's real bad. That does need to be up quite a bit more. There we go. And then you act like you stepped outside and back on the ground, and that is way too fast. When you're just walking around the plane now. Okay, that rotation speed can be quicker than that. There we go. So there you go. There's your flight in the Just Flight Turbo Aero 4 VFR over the Grand Tetons. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty fun, actually. Different flight than just flying around in a jet, you know. A little different. Cool plane. Well put together plane. I just realized we should probably tell it to put the chocks in. Honestly, these Just Flight Arrows are pretty dang good. They're impressive planes. Hopefully they keep making more of them, because they're quite good. They're impressive. But, gosh, that's pretty right over there. Hold on, I'm taking a look at that on this map to see where that would be. Yeah, right through there. The ranger station over there and everything. So, maybe next flight we'll fly around this area, dinking around in like a little cub or something. That'd be kind of cool. But in the meantime, I'm at the very least going to take a break. I'm probably going to get on World of Tanks. Not sure if I'm going to stream it, though. I just wanted to get a flight stream in since it's been a little while. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. As always, it's greatly appreciated. We'll see you next time. Let's go find someone to raid, shall we? Kidney Cowboy is online. I could give him a raid. Let's do that. So... he's not flight simming though. Hold on, let's go find someone to raid. I want to raid someone who doesn't get a lot of loving. Although you know what, it's only me. It's only one viewer right now, so not even gonna bother with the raid for now. We'll just talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? All the choices you made, did you make them again, 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 again? All the lies that you told, did you believe in them? Again, 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 again. choices you made, would you make them again?
All the choices you made, would you make them again?
Talk here recently, and so she's kind of depressed. And come to find out, with this place,